Hello, I have a little tutorial to show you today. Basically, normally, you can hammer the button on a dispenser and spit out everything inside it, one by one. Which, yes, takes a little while, but anyone who wants to steal all your cake is not going to be too fast. So, how do we stop people from just hammering that little button? Well, we use a clever little circuit. You may have noticed that I've already got a couple of things set up. That's just so that I don't completely forget what I'm doing, which I do quite regularly. Now, what I've just done here is made a little memory circuit. If I put buttons on the sides of these two blocks, when I push this button here, the torches all change like states. So all the ones that are on go off and all the ones that are off go on. But then if I push this button again, it doesn't make the same thing happen. I have to push this button first to flip them over. So, if I made a little line out from... We don't want a button there. If I make a little line out from here that goes into our dispenser, then yes, a cake pops out. And if we want to get cake out, we have to turn this torch on. Just the torch being on won't make lots of cake spit out. It has to actually turn on. That was a bit scary. I'm sure that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, so doing that again won't do anything. But, in theory, when we flip this over, a cake will spit out, because the state of the torch has changed. We don't need these little buttons here for now. So, now the circuit needs to be reset before you can get another cake out. We'll take out this little button here. So, now we're going to dump all the cake back in the dispenser and link up the rest of the circuit. Now, over here, we have the button that we're going to push to get our cake. I know it's quite far apart, but in a practical situation, you'd separate you'd put the dispenser and the button closer to each other, basically. Now, if I connect this torch up to our button, we now have a reset which flips the circuit over. For now. Well, actually no, we don't, we've got an input. What we need to line up is the reset, sorry. So, for this, we're going to power up these repeaters with power from the button. Why is this circuit still on? Everything's just determined to screw up today. Right, I've just realised what may be causing that. I've actually just linked it up wrong. I feel silly. Right, so now this goes to the torch instead of to the line. So when I put power to this, it will flip the circuit over like it's supposed to. Okay, we'll put the button back. So, cake. This now works. I do know what I'm doing, I promise, sort of. Now if you look, these repeaters are placed with the arrow pointing forwards, because that's the way our charge is going. And there are 3 right clicks to put it on this setting. So there's a delay of 8 steps. Now don't worry about the redstone being in a cross like this. The repeater will still provide power to the redstone in front of it. It just means that for this end bit, you need to turn it round and line it up properly. So, if I put a repeater in here, you face forwards, the way that the circuit's going, and then 3 right clicks puts it on the right setting. It doesn't actually matter what you set them to or how many you have, it just depends on how long you want the circuit to be. Now if you look, the charge from the button will turn the circuit over so that a cake comes out of the dispenser. And then the charge from the repeaters will reset the circuit and allow another cake to be taken. Okay, so if I now want to hammer the button to get more cakes, from all those button presses I've only got 3 cakes, so I'd be there for quite a while if I wanted to steal everything out of this dispenser, especially if it had some stacks of things, like for example a stack of redstone. That would take a really long time to empty out, and this will hopefully prevent people from pilfering your stuff from your dispensers. I think I'm done here. We will see you guys later.